Today I'm just making a DIY filter. Nothing to see here. Keep moving. No, really, just watch the video. What is up, y'all? Before I get into the video here, I wanted to show you, it's been about 20 years since I've had a canister filter, but I do have my canister filter up and going. It took a little bit to prime. I took it outside to the summer tubs. Oops. Yeah, I got the summer tubs going again. That'll be in the next video, but it took taking it outside to get it primed and everything because it was pretty messy, and it'd been like 20 years since I did it. So now I've got a sponge filter down there. I've got the Zis filter over here, and then I've got a Ehan Classic 350 right here. I'm gonna get this tank back in business. Ever since I was swatted, and if you don't know what I'm talking about there, I'll link it in the description above. Ever since I was swatted, the hang on the back filter that I had on here got broken in the SWAT raid, whatchamacallit, and where they broke the window, broke my hang on the back, and I've just ran the Zis and the sponge filter ever since. I just got a bunch of mulm vacuumed out of there. It was really bad, so I decided to go ahead and get the old Ehan Classic out and go back to the 90s. And yeah, this tank is gonna be looking spotless before long. I'll probably shoot a Pleco versus food in it tonight, but one of these days I'm gonna have to take this tank down because I've got everything I need to turn it into a CO2 planted aquarium, so I've got to get that going. But without further ado, let's go to the video. Alright, y'all, today I'm going to be working in the fish room, and I'm also going to, after I get done doing that, I'm going to go ahead and make a fluidized media filter. I've got some of those Zis filters in the fish room, but they're a little bit too tall, and I think that if I take this food right here and I dump it out in this little cookie jar with the rubberized seal, I think it will keep good in there. And then I think I've got a big enough space here that I can go ahead and make one of those filters, and I think it's going to be bomb. I'm not going to show you step by step, but I will show you the finished product when I'm done. So wish me luck. Hopefully I can get this done and it turns out cool. Better not catch my catfish with their fins in the cookie jar, if you know what I mean. Alright, y'all, here is take one. I've drilled a bunch of holes on this rib all along the bottom here. I've drilled one hole here, and I picked up this stone at my local LFS, and I've poked a little hole through here. I'm hoping that it just stays wedged down in there. I've also drilled a couple of holes and put a couple of suction cups on here. It's real easy. Drill the hole a little bit smaller than the rubber piece that pokes through. And then I've drilled one hole in the top. So now, let's get all these shavings out of here. So now, we are going to fill it full of media and see how it does. I don't know, I've never made one of these before, so I don't know how much to put in at first, but we will see. This bag's never been opened before. I'm gonna use it. Actually, looks like it has been opened before. let's do it about right there. Maybe a touch more. Let's go hook this thing up in the tank and see how it works. All right, y'all. It is probably not going to work very good because I don't have very much water in this tank. But we're going to go ahead and stick it down in here anyhow. And put it in place and see if we can get that media to moving. Probably going to be tough without all the water in there where it's supposed to go. I don't know if you guys can see that. The air is just escaping the top up here. I can feel it coming out. I say that we try a take 2 on this thing. Maybe put some water in the tank too while I'm at it. Alright y'all, what I've done to combat it is I put a piece of foam. I cut a piece of foam to fit the whole bottom square exactly. Tucked it in there real nice and tight, and it's caused this air stone to set flat in there. And I went ahead and decreased the amount of media that's in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in place to where it can start soaking, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this tank filled up. I should have done that before I started this, but here goes nothing. Alright guys, here is fluid media part 2. Got the tank all filled up. Right now, I think one of the things I need to do is I either need to weight it down, or I need to make another hole in the top to allow more air out. Because right now, I don't know, it's kind of staying down a little bit better now. Of course, the media isn't moving yet. It takes 1 to 3 days for that to really kick in and start moving. But I think the little foam in the bottom is going to hold that air stone right where it needs to be. And for right now, I think we got enough airflow coming out of the top. The only thing I don't like about it is it's not wanting to stay on the bottom. That's why I poked my holes in the sides of the bottom piece. That way I could go all the way down to the bottom for like this little low boy tank. Got a bad glare here. Hopefully you guys are seeing this, but it seems to be, now that some of the air is getting out, seems to be staying down at the bottom a little better. I could always add another suction cup over here, try to have 3 suction cups. I could do something like that, but let's check back in with you guys in a couple of days when the media starts moving, and we'll see how it's working then. So far so good. What is up, y'all? It is later in the night. It's about 9 o'clock at night, and my fluidized media is working. It is moving properly. There's a couple that are getting caught up down here. I did turn this thing up and really rocket it, and it really gets to moving, and that's when they got caught up down there. But if you look, I did end up putting a rock on here. I kind of pulled a dummy. I did put another suction cup on it, but this is on a side where it kind of dips in. So the next time I make one of these, I'm going to do it on the big wide flat side, and that's where I'll put the suction cups at. So I'll probably take all these parts that I put on this thing and make another one whenever I run out the food on the others, and I'll make another one. But I did end up putting a rock on the top of it, and then as you can see, all the flow that's coming out of it is really, really good. Let's see from this angle right here, everything is really working good on it. I don't have very much money in it. The stone, it doesn't have to be a big stone like that. It can be a smaller air stone. It doesn't have to be a big one like that. It doesn't take much to get this fluidized media to move, but this is actually going to be a really good ammonia filter for my low boy. It is short enough that it is going to work really good here, and I'm pleased with it. So there's your update before I leave. So what do you guys think? I really enjoyed making that little filter. If I do another one, which I probably will the next time I run out of one of those foods, I'll probably turn it to where the wide side that's flat is where I do the suction cups. That third suction cup I put on there, I didn't even realize until I sunk it in that it was on a place that's concave, so it can't even really stick up against the glass, but I have to keep it in there to where it doesn't let air release out the side. So whenever I run out of another one of those fish foods, I'll make me another one really quick. But this thing works really, really good, and it's gonna be a really good ammonia filter. That tank is stocked pretty good, so it's gonna be nice to have a filter that can really help me with the ammonia. And yeah, so I also got that canister filter going, so I'm really excited about that. It's really turned that tank into a clean tank in just a couple of days, so I'm really stoked about that. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure and go back and take a look at some of my playlists. I'm sure if you enjoyed, okay. If it's your first time stopping by my channel, make sure and go back and check out my playlist section on my channel, because if you like this video, I'm sure there's something there that you will enjoy. And while you're at it, if you would please consider subscribing, I'd greatly appreciate that too. Other than that, thanks for coming along on today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, y'all.